Afternoon, everybody. Afternoon. I hope everybody is having an amazing Thursday thus far. I am at my office space. Getting ready to see a potential new client. Super excited, but it has been just a really busy day for me. I've been kind of here, there, and everywhere. Good things, but busy. Definitely busy. But in truth, sometimes when we are the busiest, actually our lives are at their very best, because it means that we're going, and that's how it has been today. I've just been going and doing lots of things, excited. I have an awesome evening planned. I have coffee because it is one of those days that I need some coffee so I can make it through my magnificent evening that I have planned. Hold on. I need a sip of my coffee. So anyway, today it's been interesting because I posted an article, "You Don't Deserve Her." And I've gotten lots of feedback on this article. I've gotten some people who are like, "Yeah, you go girl. You're so right on this. You're so right." Mainly from women. A couple of guys have actually really sounded off, particularly in private messages, saying, "You're right. Sometimes we really don't as men, we don't really step up. We don't really do what we need to do for our woman. We have to earn our woman." And those responses actually tell me that those men are in a growth pattern, or they already are a conscious man. Because a conscious man realizes that, yes, you are always earning your woman. You are always stepping up for her. But I've gotten lots of commentary from men that really disagree. Actually, I got one person who really took having hair issues. It's just in my face, the way the camera is. I have to angle my head, and my hair is in my face. But one guy really took issue with my term goddess in the article. And he thought that I wrote the article about myself, and actually that article is not about me. There's pieces of me in it, just like anything, but that article is actually not about me at all. So I found it funny where he was telling me I was in my own ego. And we'll get to the ego thing in a minute, but he really took issue with the term goddess. And I use the term goddess because I very much approach all people with this idea, the true meaning of namaste, of the God, the light within me sees and honors the God and light within you. And we are one. And I really do. I try to approach all my clients. I work very diligently to approach the people in my life, which I think when we get into our daily lives, it can be easy to see the difficult pieces of somebody and to forget that godlike piece of them. And so when I use the term goddess, that's actually what I'm going for, that godlike piece within that woman, and that godlike piece within that man too. I got a couple guys who really were like, "Well, we deserve to be treated well as well." And I totally agree. I'm actually that coach that sits with my female clients and is like, "You need to take care of your man." They don't mean take care of your man, in that old school way of do anything and everything he wants, even if it's pulling at your very soul in a negative way. That's not what I'm saying, but it is important that we also recognize our men, and that we give them props, and that we give to them, and that we show them love just the same way. But this particular article was actually geared towards men, and men realizing where they are dropping the feminine. And that really what it was, and dropping the feminine also within themselves. Now, if you want a relationship with a true feminine woman, and I mean feminine woman in terms of energy, not necessarily they don't have to get their hair done or their nails done. That's not feminine. I've seen super masculine women, dressed up beautifully, but they're very masculine in their energy and their approach. If you're wanting to truly find that magic of the feminine and really have a relationship with that magic of the feminine, you do have to create this stability, this place of safety, and really feel that kind of, that flow, the ebb, the flow, the bitchiness, the crazy, the magic, the silliness, the all of your woman. And so that's where I was really going with it. But when I wrote the article, and as I've gotten comments of it, and then also just in my life over the last few days, I've noticed all this ego, and we always have ego. Ego is something that, like, we don't get away from. We all have ego, though we can observe our ego in a much better way. We're not going to fully disconnect from our ego. As long as we're human, we're going to have it, and our ego can sometimes serve us in beautiful ways. It can sometimes give us that push that we need to maybe do something that we're struggling to do, or kind of give us that kick in the butt. But we have to be very careful with our ego, and I've noticed lots of ego. And then today, actually, I was cleaning out my Facebook friend requests. And I used to actually pay somebody to come and clean out my friend requests, and that sounds awful, but when you're looking at 500-600 people to go through, it is actually quite overwhelming when you're constantly getting friend requests, and Facebook has a limit. And so I actually took it back, because I was like, no, I really want to connect with people. I do. And I want to make sure that I'm not missing out on anybody, and that I'm making sure that I'm still connecting with somebody. They're still able to connect with me in a different way, even if I'm not able to take them on as a actual friend on my personal profile. And so I sent this out, and I got actually I sent this, hey, connect with me on my business page. I can only take so many friends, but I still want to connect with you. I still want to engage with you. I got a couple messages back from this. Of one person told me that I was like on my high horse of ego, and I'm just like too good for everybody. And I was like, if I took every friend request, I would have like 1 million people as my friends. And FYI, that's not an actual friend. You can't actually connect with that many people, and I don't want that on my personal profile. And so I send people over to my business page, because you comment. I can really engage better on my business page with people that aren't with the larger community. If you're watching this currently, you're probably on my Facebook friends list, so you're welcome. No, but it gets overwhelming to try to connect with people on different platforms, and so it's like, okay, my business page is where I really try to connect with people who are not in the DFW area, who are not connected to me in some way already. I don't know them. But I got all these ego comments, and it was like, so it is ego to tell somebody that you don't know that they're an ego. And it was interesting, because I was like, at first I was like, oh, like, this person thinks I'm like a horrible person. And then I was like, wait a second, like, not really. Like, I know who I am. I know that I'm just trying to connect with people in the best way I know how. And that is through my business page, videos, articles, all of that. Because the truth is, we don't owe anybody. And that is what it really comes down to. I've noticed all of this ego, and a lot of this ego is that we owe somebody something. And we don't owe anybody in our lives. Hold on, my phone is blowing up, so I'm gonna silence it. Okay. We don't owe anybody anything in our lives. And I think this is a really difficult one for us to capture within our own ego, because we almost want people to owe us something. There is this piece of us like, no, but I did that, or I said that, or I'm important, so they should think I'm important. And in truth, nobody owes us anything in our lives, especially people we do not know. And like I said, in my personal life, I've seen this ego kind of coming up as well, like these people in my life. And I have one person who's like, no, like, but you need to do it my way. And I'm like, I don't owe you to do it your way. I don't owe that to you. I get to do it my way. I get to respond in my way. You don't get to kind of control my life. And me and this particular person are trying to manage our relationship. Hold on. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. I'll keep you updated. It's not a man, so don't worry. Somebody from my past that wants a relationship with me. But it was interesting because I'm getting all these like, you owe me, you should connect with me, you should want to connect with me. And as much as we want to impact those in our lives, we want to really connect. If we connect with everybody, if we give everybody exactly what they want, the truth is we're depleting ourselves. And take kind of the Facebook friend request. If I answered every hi, winky face, thumbs up, all these things on my business page, on my personal page, if I, on my dating profiles, on, in so many ways, if I always was there, the fact is then I have no time or energy to give the people in my life that really do matter. And then I really do need to connect with those that are stepping up and stepping in, and they're making good commentary. They're really engaging. Then I am draining myself off on these other people that truly are just trying to, and this is going to come across harsh, but oh well, are trying to just drain time. And that is in my dating, in my business, I am not a time drainer. I don't believe in time draining. Time is our most precious resource. And though I think we can expand time and there's different things we can do, I also am not one for meaningless kind of time with people. Like, if you're going to connect with somebody, let's connect. Let's really get deep. Like, let's really have that energetic moment. And highs, how are yous, I love yous, you're so pretty. Like, that's not real connection. That's not true connection in my book. And it's on my stuff, so I get to comment. But I want you to really look at in your life. And that's my message for today, is to look at where you're expecting other people to kind of jump in line with what you're wanting, or you're really in your ego about something, or you're telling others they're in their ego without checking your ego first, because we're all in our ego. Guess what? We're all in our ego. Every single one of us. If you're alive, you've got some ego going. And again, though we can learn to observe it, we can learn to kind of really take a moment and like breathe into it and recognize it and not react from it. We all have our ego. So really looking at where your ego is playing into things. And then total like side note, but yeah, like take care of your woman. Like, go, if you have not read my article today, please go check it out. It's not that I don't think that anyone is undeserving, but I do believe that vibrations call vibrations in, and that we do need to the masculine energy does need to step up at times to meet the feminine energy. Just like I have known, and I've been in relationships where the feminine energy is the one who's actually needing to come up and meet the masculine, the divine masculine. But if you're not in your divine masculine, you're really going to have a hard time getting in alignment with the divine feminine. It's just not going to work. And so it's not that you are an unworthy person or man. It's that you're going to have to put some effort in. You're going to have to grow. That is, the feminine leads the growth, and then the masculine can lead the growth, and then the feminine can lead the growth, and the masculine can lead the growth. It is about this growth process back and forth. But if your woman continues to try to pull you deeper and you're like, no, you're not willing to accept that feminine, then it's going to cause chaos. It's going to cause issues. And eventually she will kind of disconnect. Like I said, that article wasn't actually written about me. It was written about some other women in my life that I've seen, I've not known, I've acknowledged, I've watched relationships happen, and so that's what that article was actually about. But definitely it was about the masculine ego at times, just like the feminine can get in their ego as well. So anyway, those are my rambles for the day. Go read that article and check on your expectations for how others owe you. Do they owe you? No, they don't. No one owes us in this world. We, as adults, we drive our own life. So make sure that you are in control of driving your life, and recognize where you are getting into that victim state, where you are going, no, they owe me, they owe me. We all can fall into that. Self-included, we all can fall into that, but checking yourself, it's this constant rechecking and checking and checking again of yourself and your ego, and making sure that you are in alignment. So, okay, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. However, before I let you go, I wanted, if you're in the DFW area, then please check out my Only Sexy Men Need Apply. Somebody commented about the banner, because there are some sexy men on the banner, because it just made me happy to make a banner with some sexy men. But it's a dating workshop, and it's about the sexy energy. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't. I have dated many a man that I really have enjoyed, and if you were to kind of poll, they would not be, the Aquaman or the, Liam Hemsworth kind of looks wise, like in the eyes of other people, but they were so incredibly sexy. They were confident. They were just beautiful, truly beautiful men in here. And that's what we're going to be working on, how to attract your woman, how to really step into that divine masculine that I was talking about in my article today. And so check that out. That is on my webpage, addisonbill.net. Other than that, I think that's all I'm going to announce today. I still have a couple spots open for fall one-on-one coaching, though I am filling up. Like I said, I have a consult in a minute. And so I am filling up. So if you are interested in getting into work with me one-on-one via phone, via video, via just doing an online course, then go check out my site, addisonbill.net. Again, you can also fill out a consult form. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. I'm going to finish my coffee so I can go have a really amazing evening with a really amazing man. And I will hopefully be awake after some and ready to chat tomorrow morning with you guys. So, okay, guys, I love y'all. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.